Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for coming to this video. Before it, let me introduce myself. My name is Amelia Carlina from 5 APA State Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. Today, I would like to present about the introduction to ethics. What is ethics? At its simple, ethics is a system of moral principles. They affect how people make decisions and lead their lives. Ethics is a concern with what is good for individuals and society, and is also described as moral philosophy. The term is derived from the Greek word ethos, which can mean custom, habit, character, or disposition. Ethics cover the following dilemmas: how to live a good life, our rights and responsibilities, the language of right and wrong. Our concept of ethics have been derived from religions, philosophies, and cultures. They involve debate on topics like abortion, human rights, and professional conduct. Approach to ethics. Philosophers nowadays tend to divide ethical theories into three areas: metaethics, normative ethics, and applied ethics. Metaethics deals with the nature of moral judgment. It looks at the origins and meaning of ethical principles. Normative ethics is concerned with the content of moral judgment and the criteria for what is right or wrong. And, and last, applied ethics looks at controversial topics like war, animal rights, and capital punishment. What use is ethics? If ethical theories are to be useful in practice, they need to affect the way human beings behave. Some philosophers think that ethics does do this. They argue that if a person realized that it would be morally good to do something, then it would be irrational for that person not to do it. But human beings often behave irrationally. They follow their gut instinct, even when their head suggests a different course of action. However, ethics does provide good tools for thinking about moral issues. And then, ethics can provide moral map. Most moral issues get us pretty worked up. Think of abortion and euthanasia for starters. Because there are such emotional issues, we often let our hearts to do the arguing while our brains just go with the flow. But there's another way of taking this issue, and that's where philosophers can come in. They offer authentic ethical rules and principles that enable us to take a clear view of moral problems. So ethics provide us with a moral map, a framework that we can use to find our way through difficult issues. And next, ethics can pinpoint a disagreement. Using the framework of ethics, two people who are arguing on moral issues can often find that what they disagree about is just one particular part of the issue, and that they broadly agree on everything else. That can take a lot of head out of the argument, and sometimes even hint at a way for them to resolve their problem. But sometimes ethics doesn't provide people with the sort of help that they really want. And ethics doesn't give right answers. Ethics doesn't always show the right answer to moral problems. Indeed, more and more people think that for many ethical issues, there isn't a single right answer, just a set of principles that can be applied to particular case to give those involved some clear choice. Some philosophers go further and say that all ethics can do is eliminate confusion and clarify the issues. After that, it's up to each individual to come to their own conclusions. And next, ethics can give several answers. Many people want there to be a single right answer to ethical questions. They find moral ambiguity hard to live with because they genuinely want to do the right things. And even if they can't work out what that right things is, they like the idea that somewhere there is one right answer. And then ethics can give several answers. But often there isn't one right answer. There may be several right answers, or just some less worse answers, and the individual must choose between them. For others, moral ambiguity is difficult because it forces them to take responsibility for their own choices and actions, rather than falling back on convenient rules and customs. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. The last I say was wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.